Why your gut is called your second brain. The hidden connection between your gut and your mind, Part 1. Welcome back to Army. Imagine waking up on the morning of an important exam. Before you've even opened the test paper, your stomach begins to tighten. You lose your appetite. Your hands become cold. Some people even feel nauseous. Now think about another moment. You're excited to meet someone you haven't seen in years. Suddenly, you feel what people often describe as butterflies in your stomach. Why does this happen? After all, emotions are created in the brain. So why does the stomach seem to react before we even realize what we're feeling? For centuries, people believed these sensations were simply figures of speech. We say we have a gut feeling. We say someone has the courage to trust their gut. Different languages around the world have surprisingly similar expressions. For a long time, scientists thought these were only metaphors. Today, modern neuroscience tells a different story. Your gut is constantly communicating with your brain. In fact, many scientists now refer to it as the second brain. But what exactly does that mean? Does your stomach actually think? Can your digestive system influence your emotions, your decisions, or even your mental health? Today, Army will explore one of the most fascinating discoveries in modern biology, the invisible conversation taking place every second between your brain and your gut. Let's begin with a surprising fact. Inside the walls of your digestive system lives a network of more than 500 million neurons. This network is called the enteric nervous system. Although it is much smaller than the brain inside your skull, it is still one of the largest collections of nerve cells anywhere in the human body. The enteric nervous system controls digestion, muscle contractions, blood flow, and the movement of food through your intestines. Even more remarkably, it can perform many of these tasks without instructions from the brain. In other words, your gut has its own nervous system capable of making local decisions. This is one reason scientists begin calling it the second brain. Of course, your gut does not write books, solve mathematical equations, or compose music. But it is intelligent in a different way. It constantly collects information. It monitors nutrients. It detects harmful bacteria. It controls digestion. And most importantly, it never stops communicating with your brain. How does this communication happen? The answer lies in one extraordinary structure known as the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is one of the longest nerves in the human body. It forms a direct communication highway between the brain and many major organs, especially the stomach and intestines. For many years, researchers believed the brain sent commands downward to control the gut. But more recent studies have revealed something unexpected. Around 80% of the signals traveling through the vagus nerve actually move from the gut to the brain, not the other way around. Think about that for a moment. Your digestive system is constantly sending information upward. Your brain is listening all day long. This discovery completely changed how scientists understand the relationship between physical health and mental health. Your stomach is not simply following orders. It is participating in an ongoing conversation. Now let's meet the tiny organisms living inside your intestines. Collectively, they are known as the gut microbiome. Your body contains trillions of bacteria, viruses, and fungi. At first, that may sound alarming, but most of these microorganisms are not harmful. Many are essential for life. Without them, digestion becomes less efficient. The immune system becomes weaker. Some vitamins cannot be produced normally. Scientists estimate that the human gut contains trillions of microbes, representing hundreds of different species. Together, they form one of the most complex ecosystems on Earth. Incredibly, you are never truly alone. Every meal you eat feeds not only you, but also the microscopic community living inside your body. For decades, scientists focused mainly on how these microbes affected digestion. Today, research suggests they may also influence mood, stress, memory, and behavior. But how could tiny bacteria affect something as complex as human emotion? The answer surprised scientists around the world. Many gut bacteria produce chemicals that the nervous system uses to communicate. One of the most famous examples is serotonin. Serotonin is often called the feel-good neurotransmitter because it plays an important role in mood, emotional balance, and overall well-being. Here's the surprising part. Around 90% of the body's serotonin is produced in the digestive system, not inside the brain. This does not mean your gut controls all of your emotions. However, it clearly demonstrates that the digestive system plays a much larger role in human biology than scientists once believed. The relationship between the brain and the gut is far more complex than anyone imagined just a few decades ago. And this raises an even bigger question. If the microorganisms living inside our intestines influence the chemicals produced in our bodies, could they also influence the way we think, feel, and behave? That's exactly where our journey continues. Today we've discovered that your digestive system is far more than a place where food is broken down. Hidden inside your body is an entire nervous system, trillions of microscopic organisms, and a communication network that never stops talking to your brain. But the most surprising discoveries are still ahead. In the next part, Army will explore how your gut may influence anxiety, depression, stress, and even the decisions you make every day through the incredible world of the gut microbiome. I'll see you in the next chapter of our journey.